Hi, I'm Luann Midgley with Tell You Story Videos, and this is Shop Talk. Today I'm going to be speaking with Lisa Koo. She is an independent consultant with Norwex, and if you don't know who Norwex is by now, well, you're going to find out. Lisa, I'm looking so forward to speaking with you. Welcome to Shop Talk. I'm really looking forward to talking to you about your business. You're an independent consultant with Norwex, and how did you make the decision to work with Norwex?
Well, it all started, I went to a Norwex party and I got introduced to these products and I thought, wow, this is pretty cool. I tried it and I decided to host a party and fell in love with the products. They just blew my mind. And then I had a career at that time. My background's in human resources and labor relations. And afterwards, I had kids, and I really wanted to stay home with the kids. I had them later on in life. And with that, I had the kids, but I needed something else. I love my family so much, but I needed something, a little bit of side income, and I really wanted to be with the kids. So I thought, you know what? I love these products. I'm going to try doing this. And I wanted the discount because I wanted to deck up my house full of Norwex. So that's how I got started. It was pretty simple, and I've been doing it since 2011. It's been a long time, but I've been loving it.
That is a long time actually to be with Norwex, and I know Norwex too. Originally being invited to a party and trying out, I think it was is it the EnviroCloth? Is that what it's called, Lisa? Yeah. And
Right.
I tried that out first, and I was really impressed with that. And but and over the years, I've tried a little bit more out, and I then realized you were an independent consultant, and I thought, oh, okay, you're my gal. So whenever I need anything, I just kind of text you real quick and say, yeah, I want that, I want that. And that's how I've been introduced more and more to Norwex. Today I want to ask you too around who is behind Norwex? Like who are they, and what are they all about? What's their core message?
Wow, that's a huge question. So Norwex is the short for Norwegian experience. It all started in Norway, and it all started with a cloth. So they started in Norway, and then the funny thing is they actually had one lady from Dauphin, Manitoba. She went over and visited her sister in Norway. She brought back one of these cloths and introduced it to one of her friends named Debbie Bolton. And with that, Debbie, who is very entrepreneurial, she went, you know what? We need to bring this to North America. We need to make this global. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we need to do that. So they contacted Bjorn over in Norway and set up a meeting and brought it back to Canada and started this from Dauphin, Manitoba, and now we're global. So it is an amazing story of perseverance and just that one little idea of, hey, you know what? This is an amazing product. We need to do something about this. So incredible story about Norwex. So the core values of Norwex is to help reduce chemicals in people's homes. I mean, that's basically what we're trying to do, both in like cleaning products as well as personal care. We're looking at sustainability, getting rid of, the one-time use paper towels, trying to create more healthy homes so you're not using chemicals and exposing your body, your family, your pets to all those chemicals. And that's something that speaks to my heart for sure. Saving the environment, tree hugging, all that kind of stuff, that's kind of part of my values. But what I love about the company, not only with the products that they have, is the core values. So that's really important if I'm going to be representing a company, that it has, the integrity, the trust, and respect, which are the core values of Norwex as well. So it's pretty cool. And that's why I've really gravitated to the company.
Absolutely, and I love all of the Facebook groups that you have, and we're going to talk about that more about what COVID-19 has kind of done to your business. But you're now online and really able to showcase your products maybe to a wider audience. Is that the case?
Oh gosh, Luann, I tell you, prior to COVID happening, I was an in-home party gal. I would go to people's homes, demonstrate the products, do a raw chicken demo on the person's counter, and we'd all gather. So my geography from that was, I live in Vancouver, so it's the lower mainland in Vancouver, and it was, fairly limited. And, you're driving in your car, and each host would have maybe 5 or 6 to 10 people. When you move things online, as we've had to pivot our business last year, suddenly I'm using vehicles such as Facebook, WhatsApp, Messenger parties, different kinds of online tools, and that has really broadened my business because you can do parties virtually anywhere, and the host is really benefiting because she or he can have 50 people, right? So it's incredible what technology has done. And with that online as well, people are working online, so they're getting a little bit more tech savvy as well. So even though, or they're willing to learn. So that has really pivoted my business. I just finished a party over in Powell River, for example. I would never have gotten to go to Powell River, right, to do this. So it works out really, really well for this kind of business. But you know what? It has its downside. It's not the same. It's hard to create those personal relationships online. I'm a hugger. Sometimes you just want to hug people, and you can't do that.
Right. And I guess, seeing the product up close, touching it, feeling it, we don't have that experience at the moment. And so it's up to you to really create that experience for your viewers when they're watching your posts, your videos. And so what do you think works best when showing a new product to your customers? What are they looking for? What resonates with them when they are thinking of switching to Norwex? Because it's easy to go to the grocery store and pick up any cleaners there because it's kind of accessible and you're there every other day, it seems. But you're at home and you're watching videos about Norwex, and how do you get across a message to suggest to them, try Norwex, think about switching to Norwex? What do you have to do there?
Wow. And that is definitely the challenge. I think one of the things that we've got going for us is people are getting used to online shopping, right? So they're used to, we have a fantastic return policy, but it's like we're slowly getting more used to like looking at online shopping and getting used to that kind of working. So it's like, I may not be able to feel it, but I can really see it. So that's when video, such as your company, comes into really handy, because you can show the product, you can show how it works, you can show the benefits of it. And video has been very, very powerful in marketing products. And that's something that we do in both Facebook online, and even if you click on websites, you can see videos, and it's very, very beneficial for my customers.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Just wanted to go dial back to the environment and all what's happening to our world and what we're facing. And do you think that people are starting to get the message, Lisa, that we need to do something about this, and we can do it one family at a time? Do you think they're getting that message?
I really hope so, Luann. I think from when I started back in 2011, there's definitely a movement. It's slow, but it's growing. And I think people are getting concerned about the environment, but as well about their personal health. And they're getting more educated about the harmful effects of chemicals and the fact that changing habits as well. So for example, if you grew up smelling pine or lemon, thinking that that's cleaning, and being introduced to something different, you're kind of thinking, oh, gee, you know what? There may be some things in my habits that maybe I do need to change. So we're getting more information out there and seeing with all the research and the science that, oh dear, there are some things that are affecting my health, and people are starting to realize that now. And that's all about education. So there's definitely a shift, definitely a movement, but we have a long way to go. So for me, you know, my ultimate goal is going to the grocery store and not having to see any chemicals or any smelling those, you know, down that chemical aisle. Like it gives people headaches. And if I can go into a grocery store and not have to see that aisle, I'll be a happy person. But there's a long way to go for that.
Yeah. I just love being able to take a cloth and clean my house with it, and not have any other sprays or anything to deal with, and to know that I'm putting it underwater, wringing it out, and then I'm cleaning, and it cleans so well. What is probably your top seller, do you think?
Oh, it's a tough one. I would probably say the EnviroCloths for sure. So that is a huge one, just because of the benefits that you just mentioned, Luann. It's a microfiber cloth that it's completely different compared to going to the big box stores and getting your microfiber, just with the weave on it, the thinness of a weave. Ours is completely different. Plus we have a magic ingredient, which is silver in it, which helps to inhibit the growth of bacteria, fungi, and mold in it, so they won't smell. So fantastic. But that's the top seller. That, along with we call it kind of Bert and Ernie, it's kind of partner, and that is the window polish cloth.
Yes.
Because if people have ever tried to use a glass cleaner on their window and they get streaks, and then they add more, and then you get streaks, and then you get, you know, you're going through paper towels and all that stuff. So the window cloth and the Enviro cloth are like top sellers. I have a booth. I'm lucky enough to share a booth at the P&E, which is a large exhibit in Vancouver. It's a large trade show that lasts 2 weeks. And I sit there and I tell people about these things, and I do a demo. It's like a butter demo. I smear butter on a mirror and then I wipe it off just with water and the cloths, and people are like, whoa. So it's those things that are the real wow. But once people start using them, it's like, wow, I see that I don't need to use those sprays anymore, and I don't need to buy them. I don't need to use the paper towels. The cloths last for so long, and I can see the value in it. Plus the big bonus, and this is where my why I love to do this business, we're not exposing people to harmful chemicals. And that's the big thing for the reason why I love to do this business.
Mm-hmm. Well, it seems like every other person has an allergy of some sort. And I know in my own family, definitely we have allergies. And one product I absolutely adore from you is is a dust mite spray. It's for fighting against those darn dust mites that are in every house and every soft material hiding and lurking. And if your children have dust mite allergies, or yourself, you know how bad it can get. Yes, it's terrible. It can feel like a full-on cold, even though you're just having an allergy kind of attack of sorts. And that spray has just reduced all of that in our home, and has helped my kids be healthy and get to school every day, because they were missing school because of it. So yeah, there's some wonderful products that I've used so far, and I'm looking forward to just, expanding on that. It's taken me a while to get off of what my behavior, as you were saying, like to do, always doing what I was doing before, because you gotta get loyal, and you have to break that loyalty factor with certain products. I buy this product and I just do it. I just put it in my basket at the grocery store. So it's breaking that a little bit, and bit by bit, I guess, right? And that's what makes sense.
Right. Yeah. Hard habits are so hard to break. And a lot of times it's what we grew up with, right? So if our parents grew up using certain products. When we move out of our home, we take those same habits and a lot of times same products and keep going and using those because that's how mom and dad did it, or this is how the family does it. Tradition, right? And just not knowing. So we're trying to break that as much as we can. And for some people, they start small, they start with a cloth and go for it. And then there's some people, they're like, you know what? For example, I just had a bunch of customers who were like, we're going to go for it. So we're going to just buy everything. We'll host a party, or maybe we'll even join to get the discount. And we're going to just replace everything, because if it's there under the sink, you're more likely to grab it. Right? So same as your paper towels, if they're hanging out on the counter, you're more likely to grab for those paper towels. So we have products such as our counter cloths. I tell people to put them on the counter, and then when you need them, you grab them, hide that paper towel roll, and then you'll have to search for it. You probably won't go for it. But if it's sitting on the counter, you will. So that's some of the tips and tricks that I have it laying around. But the big thing is just use it and try it. And then once you see it, you're like, okay, totally converted. Really, really good.
Yeah, totally get it. And you're right, to hide those other products. That's a great idea. Actually, I never even thought of that. Just not to just break my habit, to break my kids' habits, right? And that, because now I have to break them and what they're doing. So it's not just me, it's everyone else in my family as well. So yeah. So tell me, what are your business building goals for 2021?
Well, it is just getting the message across. I mean, I'm a big vision boarder. I love to set goals, and I love doing it via a vision board. So I just did a workshop with some folks and some of my team, putting a vision board together. So on that, Norwex has these incentive trips, and I always try to get to those, because travel is a big portion, big thing in my life. And if I can get there for free, that's always a good thing. So I'm trying to get to Punta Cana for coming up, whenever we can travel. Who knows when that's going to be, right? And so that's definitely on my list for business building. And I'm hoping to maybe add to my team and promote this year. I set some high and lofty goals for myself, and dream big, right? So that's hopefully part of the plan for this year as well. But if I can help people reduce the chemicals in their home, one by one, cloth by cloth, or big, however they want to go for it, that's ultimately my goal every single year. I really want to help those people toss out those chemicals, right? We don't need them. And in the end, you're also saving money. So, and think about, if you go underneath your kitchen sink and you look down and you see all those crazy bottles of stuff, if you can replace that with just a few products, you've got lots and lots of room under there. And it's just, everyone's into the tidying up right now. I tell you, that's a good way of tidying up, but mostly for your health too.
Yeah. So yeah, that's great. Clear the clutter and underneath those kitchen sinks and bathroom sinks. I love it, because we're all about clearing clutter in our closets and everywhere else. It's like, let's take a look there where it's most damaging, and get rid of all that and do something better for the environment. It'll be cost you less overall in the long run, and just a really great product. And yeah, I'm loving my Norwex.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting, Luann. It's January right now, and people think about starting new goals. They start about, I'm going to be fit and healthy, and they have New Year's resolutions, right? A lot of time that is, I'm going to eat healthier, I'm going to exercise more because I want to be healthy. One of the things that they're not looking at is their chemical exposures. So I really want to add that into people's New Year's resolutions. If you're looking to be healthy, it's multidimensional. There's so many ways that you can be healthy, from skincare, right? What we're putting on our face, to our laundry. If you've got fabric softeners or dryer sheets, for example, that you're using, that leaves residues on your clothes. And our clothes is against our largest organ of our body, which is the skin.
Yeah.
So from all those kinds of things. So reducing chemicals is another way of being healthy. And that's one of the things that we need to start thinking about. And what I like about the products, sorry, I'm really plugging the Norwex products, but they work. So it's one thing going green, but they also work. So prior to Norwex, I was using some other brands of sprays that were more natural than the regular chemicals, but I was still getting streaking on my counters, and I had to rinse all, and it just wasn't working. I was doing well, I put up with it because they were green, but they didn't work very well in my mind. So now that I have my Norwex, it's like, woo, easy.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, the best and all the best success to you and your business, Lisa, going forward. And I'm really happy that we got a chance to speak today. And thanks for taking a few minutes out of your busy schedule. I know you're going to have to go get back onto your Facebook groups and help people with tips and tricks. And yeah, I love that. I love looking and seeing what else I can do with these products. And yeah, I feel good about the decision that I'm making in choosing Norwex over all the other stuff. So thank you so much, Lisa.
My pleasure, Luann. My pleasure.